Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos plays Octopath Traveler 2 today. Well, we're not going to do this just yet because we got our, our butt stomped horribly. So I think we're going to come over here and, I guess we can come here and do that or just go there and then down. Let's go to Cropdale, yeah. We'll come here and we'll start that up. If for some other reason we can't, come back after this, I have a backup save so I can come back and keep trying, Gladys, whatever her name is, until I decide not to try that anymore. And then we'll go from there. We'll just keep going south. Yeah, so I never beat that boss in the first game. That was mostly because there was no save points after the boss gauntlet. So yeah, it was like one of those things where it's like, do I want to spend 2 hours to retry this boss? Or do I have better things to do with my life? And the better things to do with my life won out in the end. Now, if it was like, fight the boss, die, reload, fight the boss, die, reload, I can give a couple of goes on that, right? Not going through a complete boss gauntlet, though.
You are a poison that must be purged.
Those are squirrels, Cassie. They're not poisons. Well, I don't know. Marmots. They're marmots, Cassie. They're not poison. Now, if they were like venomous marmots, that's one thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and examine. Begin the tale, as old as time, sure.
The fire won't catch.
You have magic users.
Let's give it another go, Agnia.
Why don't you just spec into the Scholar class, throw fireball on it? Hell, you have fire soulstones.
Every failure brings us one step closer to success, eh?
Yes, depends. Though, I mean, don't get me wrong, the path to success is usually paved with failures, but path to ruin is also paved with failures, so...
Right. We just have to keep trying.
Hell, the path to fucking rock bottom is also paved with failures, then success, and then more failures.
Thank you so much, Casti. Be careful. A fire's not worth getting wounded over.
I mean, you're right. Also, no need to really do anything. Oswald, would you?
If it's flames you want, I can do it.
I know!
Not so fast, partner. How else are we gonna work up a sweat?
By standing close to the fire.
If you insist on being so inefficient.
I'm kind of with you, Oswald. But kind of, I'm 100% on Oswald's side here.
We're back. We didn't find any beasts lurking about.
Cool or shame?
But we did find this water. Goodness, physical labor has never really agreed with me.
And it's also kind of weird because if you all turn around right now or to your left, you might actually see water. Well, it might not be clean. It is clean. It is absolutely 100% clean and it's not salt water. Hell, you should still boil clean water, quote unquote, that you find in the wilderness, just in case. Doubly so if it's stagnant water, even if it looks clear.
There's nothing like a good meal after a hard day's work, Temenos.
Speaking of which, I wonder how the hunters are faring.
The hunters, the thief and the hunter, you mean?
Ta-da! It's not a feast without a main course.
I made an animal go extinct with this.
A feast? This is enough meat for a butcher shop.
I didn't think hunting would be so much fun.
Part of it's human meat, isn't it?
You've got the stuff that great hunters are made of, Throne.
Ochet would know.
Oh, are you retiring from the cleaning business, Throne?
Quiet detective.
I mean, she kind of wanted to, right? So maybe.
Well then, I believe that's most everything. All that remains is...
Everyone's counting on us to light up their evening. It's time to get serious, Particio.
Right you are, Agnia.
We could just, you know, get Oswald to do it.
Come on, Fire. You can do it.
We'll show this pile of sticks who's boss.
Do you have kindling? Oil? I mean, you got it. Good job.
There we go.
Maybe get a fire starter. Those piston ones actually work really well. Magnesium stick.
This will be a night to remember.
I think you might be right.
Now we feast.
Don't dance near the fire. Have I ever told you guys? I've had to have told you guys this before.
This is nice.
It is nice, but I've definitely have relayed a lot of fucked up shit from my younger years. But hey, let's talk about it again, shall we? About fires. So, one time we were having a nice fire, and because most of the people that were there were idiots, we used gasoline to get it really going. But another reason why we're all a bunch of idiots is some of us, not me thankfully, because I'm not that stupid or mean, were jumping over the fire, and one of them thought it would be kind of funny as a joke, ha ha ha, to spill gasoline on one of the person's legs before they jumped over the fire. Guess what happened? Oh yeah, no, they caught on fire. They got fucking 3rd-degree burns on their legs. You fucked up, you're not wrong. Apparently skin grafts are extremely painful.
Truth be told, this isn't where I imagined my journey would take me.
I know what you mean.
As do I.
That's what makes journeys worth taking.
Yeah, well, yeah, kind of. This reminds me of the Mighty Ducks. Bless you.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you cold?
Could just be dust.
Doubtless someone in Ku is gossiping about you at this very
Maybe they're
moment.
probably like, where's the king? Hell's breaking loose.
Perhaps they miss me as much as I miss them. My friends back home. I've learned much in our travels, and I hope I can use it to help my friends and nation.
I know you will, Hikari. And everyone's lives will be brighter for it.
Potentially. Except for the people that, you know,
Thank you.
had family and friends butchered by the traitors and you let live.
Even after this journey ends, I'm going to keep on dancing around the world until I can dance no more.
I mean, that literally is your job, so yeah.
Mind if I tag along? With Particio and Rock backing us, we can hop on the steam locomotive and bring smiles to every corner of the world.
That sounds amazing.
With one of those, you could save your feet for the important part, dancing.
Yeah, you want to take care of those.
And I could extend a helping hand to places I've never even dreamt of.
Will you keep on with Air's apothecaries, Casti?
I want to resume my...
This very much feels like an ending.
Now that's a dream I can get behind.
It might be an ending, actually. I kind of thought it was going to be, like, more stuff.
I'm afraid there's one problem with this plan of yours. If you consider how many people there are in this world,
There's no room for logic in the realm of dreams, Professor.
No, there should be.
duly noted.
Dream big, dream fantastically, sure. But when it comes to actually implementing that dream, have some logic. And some backup plans.
What do you do, Oswald?
I have some unfinished business to complete.
Like your daughter?
There are many answers that have yet to be found.
Is that so? It's writ plain on your face. You're worried about your daughter.
I would hope so. Maybe you should get, like, new clothes, Oswald.
There's one answer found.
And what of you, Tamanos? Have you found yours?
Almost. It's like a piece of meat stuck in between my teeth.
You should grab some floss.
Ugh, I know what you mean. I hate that.
It does get annoying.
So, something's still troubling you, in other words?
Precisely.
So, your days as a detective aren't over yet, then. Well, I'm here if you need an assistant. Assuming you can afford me, that is.
My goodness. You're awfully greedy for an assistant.
Gotta make a living.
Even if I said yes, I'm sure you have your own path in mind.
I do. I want to go somewhere far away.
With your dog, right?
To a place that isn't on any map. A place no one knows about.
That sounds fantastic.
A place none have laid eyes upon.
You all have such big hopes and dreams. I just want to feast every day.
Right, that's gonna... You're not gonna live a long life if you eat like that every day.
And to keep the people of Totohaha safe, of course. Should I be aiming higher?
Ah, seems like you've got some meat stuck in your teeth.
Don't worry, Ochet. That's a fine dream.
I suppose it is.
Meat?
Look, a shooting star!
Well, make a wish. Unless it, like, crashes into the earth, then take cover. That's beautiful. I've seen something like this in real life. Not this heavily starred.
Tomorrow will bring.
But back when I was younger, we used to go camping every year. In the area we were camping, the skies were so clear. They were, yeah, it was very beautiful. Sadly, the campground that was there is completely gone now. But, yeah, it wasn't this heavily lit by stars, but it was close. Nice statues. Oh, these are the altars for the job classes, aren't they? But where is this? So the flame just going out. Oh, this is at the Flame Church. I actually thought it was being turned black there for a second. Okay. So we got still some stuff then. I actually thought the credits were going to be rolling at some point there. I was like, huh, okay. I kind of thought there was going to be some more stuff to do. Oh, this is part of, right? This is the story Temenos was talking about way earlier in the game, yeah? With that very overpowered character. Where is that?
What was that?
Oh, did you dream that? Is that because you're the main character that I chose, or something
I
other?
had an odd dream. There was a dark place, somewhere completely unfamiliar.
Yeah, shocking, because I'm pretty sure I've been to most places in this game.
And a dark fire was blazing.
saw the same thing.
Wait. Are you yanking my chain? I saw it too.
We all had the same dream. Could it be a coincidence?
I very much doubt that.
I'd be. Yeah, there's coincidences, and then there's just like not, because that's not a coincidence in any shape or the form. It's the same exact dream.
I feel as if I've seen that place somewhere before.
Yeah, you used to tell stories about it. Think.
I slept like a baby full of milk, though. Huh. Is it still night?
Strange. Dawn should be upon us soon.
Oh, I'm assuming it's no longer going to be light out, huh? Just shadows have overtaken the world?
I can barely see a thing.
This is, like when we fought that shadow creature earlier.
The stars, they're all gone. And the sky is pitch black.
Something is amiss. This is no natural nightfall.
How could you tell? All the shadow stuff coming out of the ground?
Oh, Chet?
I felt this. It's just like before. On your guard, everyone!
Something's coming, and it isn't friendly.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It's here.
Neither of us is willing to back down.
Alright, so, okay. These are definitely familiar creatures that we have fought before.
Right!
But they untamable, that's bullshit. Let's see. Which one's better? I think it's this one, right?
Come on, then!
No. No, it's not better. The mushroom's the better one. Okay, well that's unfortunate.
What to do?
You're too kind.
Can you be weak to something today?
Here I go. Axe attack. This will hurt.
Okay, axe. Yo, one is weak to the axe. I mean, most people are weak to axe body spray. It's actually disgusting.
My turn.
But at the same time, could you maybe, I don't know,
Pierce.
be weak to something?
What to do? Axe attack.
Let's go!
This one, I
Come
guess.
on, then.
She, okay, you're weak to that. That's great, I guess.
Prepare yourself.
Prepare for trouble, make it double. Just
Allow
kill
me.
this one, please.
Good.
Here we go!
Yeah, keep doing that, I guess. Doesn't have a lot of health.
Now it begins.
Let's try a six-fold strike.
You're in for it now.
Oh, we only got 3 attacks off. I got a lot of JP for Akari.
What was that?
Shadow creatures.
Casty and I have seen beasts like that before.
And so haven't everyone else in the
At
party.
time, we had no idea what they were.
I've seen them too. The black aura resembles the one true magic wielded by Harvey.
So I guess in lore they fought their creatures by themselves? Their bosses, maybe? And why are we all together then? Like, we didn't help us each other with the story bosses, then... It doesn't make any sense, actually.
I cannot say for certain. Not now, in any case.
Mysterious monsters. Just what we need.
We know next to nothing of this phenomenon. Not even the extent of its reach.
Does this shroud cover only this forest? Or is it much larger?
I'm assuming it's much larger.
Nothing for it but to check for ourselves.
On that, I agree.
Well, we need to do something.
Unfortunately, we lack the information to know just what
We should go to the
that
Flame
something
Church.
is.
Maybe. Kind of showed it.
It seems it's too early to sheath my sword. Let us walk together a while longer, friends. Until the night's end.
Until dawn. Eternal light has descended upon the world. Travelers decide to set out on a final journey to find the cause. Your destination will not be shown on the radar. Search for clues and find your heading. You dick. You can change your formation at any time from the main menu. Oh, sweet. About time. Walk astride your fellow travelers on an epic journey. Party banter. I've been waiting a while and the sun still ain't rising. What in the world's going on? I don't know, but it's nothing good, that's for sure. If those strange monsters earlier were a product of the darkness, then we must figure out the cause of this long night, and soon. I couldn't agree more. First we search for clues. Now we're talking. So where do we start? Oh, come on now. You must have some idea, right? Why don't we look for places like this one? What do you mean? I mean other areas shrouded in shadow. There are more? There's the world, right? Didn't the prompt just say? Can't say for sure, but it's the only heading we have. I'm gonna go to the Flame Church, to be quite honest. A fair point. Standing still will get us nowhere. Let's start by searching for other places blanketed in darkness. Alright, now looks like it's time to hit the dusty trail once again. Are we packing up the tent, though? Angel level 51. Hello. Oh, no! I can't steal? How dare you?
Well, this...
More plentiful vision. A woman who spends every night muttering to herself. The general consensus is that she's trying to curse someone. Her self-taught cursing technique may not be effective, but her feelings are as deep and as dark as the forest of Leafland. Goodbye.
Good night.
Apparently, I never did that one before. Hi. What do you have? Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that one, actually. I was just gonna bribe you. But instead, I might have stabbed you, and for that I am truly sorry. I'm a little bit sorry. You have nothing. Alright, let's go to the Flame Church. Let's go up here? Not the Flame Church, of course. Yeah, I know, but it's blanketed in shadows. No, it's not a lovely night. Is that child still here? Why do you guys look creepy up here? I can't talk to you. Okay. Interesting. You're just gossiping? I bet you are. You guys are part of that Moon Order cult, right?
I have...
Okay.
interest.
Where's that child? Was she only there during the day? Level 51, baby! I'm assuming this is the right area to be in, then.
Let's play.
Hi, guys. How's it going? Really? That's interesting. Bye. Where's the houses? There was houses here, wasn't there? Is it up a little further? Wait. There were totally houses here. Oh, they're right there.
I shall be your opponent.
Oh! You're a mole king, right? Shadowy, yeah. Alright, bye. Why are you running, Chronos? Because they're nothing to me. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go in here, I guess. Because it's like covered in shadow, and it's level 51. Which is, oop. Journal Fragment 1. Oh, okay. I did it, diary. I got hired as a scrivener, and for the Delta Times too. All the world's information through a newspaper, a river of facts alongside a paper water wheel, an endless possession of scoop, scoop, scoop. And as a journalist, I'll dash about the world investigating and covering and breaking news. What better way for me to carry out my mission? I've thought about this a lot, and everyone has the same fact, some fact they're hiding. Vast sum of knowledge locked in noggins the world over. But how to crack open those repertoires and acquire those tasty secrets within? That's the rub, of course. As I am now, I doubt I have the dexterity to pick any of those cranial locks. I was raised in isolation, always out of the loop, hiding quietly in the outskirts of society. There's a positive way to spin that, though. I spent all the time that I wasn't talking to people, observing them. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense when I repeat it. Here's what I learned. People let their guard down around cute little animals. A scowling guard captain will play cuddly coo with a adorable puppy and soon confesses all his gripes to the precious thing. And so I'll become the puppy. I'll wag my little tail, oh my god, Thorny's dog! Act the part of the friendly little non-threatening furball and slide, or the Mahana? No. My brother may be soaring eel with his bird's eye view, but I'll be a sharp-eye hound, keep my nose to the ground and sniffing out. Okay. My oldest memories consist of a spray of bright red droplets and a harrowing scream. A crowd fleeing in all directions, enemy soldiers mercilessly cutting down innocents. Some of them even laughed as they did it. Missed this, I was a stone. Still in my tender years, I neither cried nor wept nor cowered, but merely watched the chaos unfold. Being raised in a war-torn land does things to an impressible mind, and I suppose something had already broken inside me. I would have died that day, cut down like the rest were it not for my brother. His cutting carved a path for us out of this hellish place. My brother's brilliant, so much so that the enemy king spared him if he would serve, yet despite his genius, despite how shrewd the plans he proposed were, in their attempts to avoid bloodshed, the blood always flowed. Humans steal, they kill, they take, and they take. Lives, possession, land, its state of our nature, a simple fact of our existence. My brother and I have seen so much together, and we've both reached the same conclusion. The world doesn't deserve to see another dawn. The life of a man is nasty, brutish, and ugly. Why make it short? Why not make it short? I need her on our side, and I need you to convince her that's a good idea. My brother's face was flushed as he handed me a letter addressed to Ray Me. Perhaps he's been in his cups. I didn't need to ask him why he would be celebrating. The fundraising in Montwise was going swimmingly. On my way home, I spotted Akari. He's the key to everything coup, and if our machinations go according to plan, my brother will get what he's after. I doubt Akari has a clue who I am, another tactic proposed by Brother Dearest, nor prior familiarity with me will help move. No prior familiarity with me will help move things along down the line. But though Akari doesn't know anything about me, I certainly know a lot about him. Akari has another side to him, a second personality that my brother says was born from his family's cursed lineage. Somewhere in the past, Clan Clue's blood mingled with that of the infamous Archmaid Darkest, sparking a history of war and sacrifice. A more audacious bloodline that I do not know. As I passed Akari in the streets for a moment, I felt as if our eyes met. His gaze was steady and true, just as it was when he was a boy. How had that bright spark in his eyes not dimmed over time? He had seen the same horrors I had, been through the same terrible war. I'm gonna save real fast.
I shall be your opponent.
What you thinking, Chronos?
My turn.
Well, we only really know one Scrivener, don't we? And we also know a drunk dude. And wasn't there a journal in Ku when we first did Hikari's stuff that talked about a man's sister and stuff like that and how he was going to get revenge? This is bad. Hikari was captured when I had a chance to deliver my brother's letter to Rei Mei. If Hikari is killed, it'll ruin everything and we'll have to start over from scratch. Clan Mei calls the fortress of Stormhill its home, Total's place in Solistia, and I hate it. Time is of essence, yet this frigid blizzard is battering me like a leaf in the wind. If only I could take 2 steps without being blown 3 back. By the time I had finally reached Stormhill, Hikari had already been released. I can only assume he managed to sway Rei Mei. I kicked her ass. I handed my overdue missive to one of Rei Mei's retainers and quickly put that chilly place behind me. Oswald is sentenced to life imprisonment. It took me a moment to process the judge's verdict. I blinked, doubting my ears. What was going on here? He was supposed to be executed, wasn't he? I ran as fast as I could to find Harvey. I should have known. That swine had stuffed leaves in the judge's pocket to bribe into that decision. Why? I wanted to see the power of my perfected magic. That's his reason. The blighted fool. Pride. Worthless pride. We need the Book of the Demons complete. What if Oswald somehow finds a way to interfere? When I gave my report to my brother, he simply said, just watch the spectacle unfold. Apparently my brother had already taken Harvey's massive ego into account when he made his contract with the man. If that's the case, then I suppose this isn't a problem after all. Regardless, I should hurry and gather what information I can get about Frigid Island. I concealed myself among the chattering students and slipped into Harvey's lecture. The Book of Demons nearly complete, so he was in a jovial mood. When I saw my chance, I gave Harvey the news. Oswald had tried to escape Frigid Island, died in the attempt. I thought the news would throw his high spirits off a cliff, but instead he just started giggling. It was creepy. When he finally set it down, he merely said, I need to prepare for my guest's arrival, and vanished back to his laboratory, humming cheerfully all the while. It's like he thinks Oswald is alive. Is Oswald alive? I can't be yet. If so, then he will come here to find Harvey and seek his vengeance. Wait, this could be perfect. I doubt Harvey will honor our agreement and hand over the Book of Demons without a fuss. If I can set those two against each other, it might create the perfect opportunity to slip in and swipe the book. One of my brother had predicted this too. Harvey has left for Duskruin Shrine. The remains of Archmage Darkest will provide the final piece of that Harvey needs. Book of Demons will soon be complete. I found a nice cozy place to conceal myself, and sure enough, Oswald showed up just as predicted. The two fought it out, and I was able to retrieve the Book of Demons in the wake of their battle. There was one surprise, however. Harvey escaped alive. That was... Wait, he's alive? That's bullshit. What was that bright flash of magic? A glimpse of the force that may dwarf even that of the Book of Demons? That girl, does she have some sort of special power within? Oswald entrusted the girl Elaine to assistance before setting out on a journey. Like Al Pat's, the blood of Lumina family runs in Elena's veins. I'll need to continue to monitor to watch for suspicious signs. Day after day, Elena sits at her desk and pours herself into studies. A diligent girl, I suppose. But I'm curious as to why her brow sometimes wrinkles as she cradles her head in her hand. Still, her eyes are bright and her gaze seemingly set on some happy goal far off in the distance. A marked difference from when I saw her and Harvey's companion. There was only worry and fear in her eyes then. My heart nearly leapt out of my throat when I heard the assistant's voice suddenly ring out behind me. Can I help you, miss? I only turned and tried to distract the symbol with my tired and true cover story. Can I interest you in a newspaper subscription? She smiled then, eyes warm, but I sensed the keen suspicion burning deep within those friendly eyes. I will not underestimate her again. No one else has ever noticed me when I didn't want to be found. I need to abandon my surveillance. It's too risky. Besides, I've seen nothing to suspect in all the time I've watched Elena. Might as well move on to the next important matter. While I was here in Canal Brine, word is that I can find someone who has lost pages of the Book of Night original manuscript. Caldina, captain of the Sacred Skull, seems to be moving as Arcanic predicted and assembling these pages. There's a potential problem, however. A nosy inquisitor named Temtem seems to have caught wind of all this. Arcanic has her eyes on him, but I can only pray he doesn't make any problems for us. I'll need to be careful not to draw his attention too. The Book of Night is close to being fully restored. Once it is, I'll need to move quickly to retrieve it and fulfill my mission. Allying myself with Arcanic was merely the easiest mean to the end. My brother did tell me to be wary of her, however. He's quite forceful about it. I wonder why. There is a lot of fucking journals ahead.
I'll do what I must.
Oh, that one's creepy back there. We've apparently already fought it, though.
Right.
shadowy peekaboo. That's fucking horrifying, dog. Please, thank you. Caldina, Captain of the Sacred Ground, is driven by a lust for vengeance, relatable. To achieve that end, she seeks to make the power of the shadow her own, and with the restored Book of Night in hand, she set out for the Twilight Shrine. Her naive dream of avenging her people will never become reality. Why, you ask, dear diary? Because the rite of Kennet taught her is purposely flawed. So there I was, hiding in the shadows of the Twilight Shrine and waiting for the perfect opportunity. Lo and behold, Caldina's right went awry, and she transformed into the most hideous form. No one told me I'd have to deal with some horrible monster. This is above my pay grade. Luckily, I had no need to fear that Temenos showed up and handled Caldina's problem for me. I suppose Arcanet was behind his well-timed arrival. What a puppet master, bravo. I finally understand why my brother warned me to keep an eye on her. I slipped down the ritual site after Temenos made his exit and retrieved the Book of Night. All that's left is combined it with the Book of Demons, and we'll be able to complete the Dark Blood Grimoire. Here I am, grand old Timberrain, just in time for the coronation ceremony. Word on the street is that an apothecary named Trousseau is going to rain on the parade with a storm infused with shadow energy. His goal, and I quote, is to extend a hand to save all in need. What a nice notion. Let's rewind the clock. It was 1 year ago that Trousseau lost hope in the future and started down his path. He was out gathering medicinal herbs when he stumbled into Lost Seed. There he met Claude, who gave him the Book of Night. Claude was disappointed with the counter, it seems. He had swayed Trousseau to his side, but couldn't persuade the apothecary in the man's company. With a regretful sigh, he told me that his other apothecary's eyes were filled with a motherly strength, deep wells of kindness that belayed a sense of fierce determination. What was her name again? Ah yes, Cassidy. She stopped Trousseau, saw the people of Timberrain to safety, and even dealt with the poison rain. As if that wasn't enough, she also managed to mix up medicine that could combat the shadow on the spot. Claude's intuition was right. Cassidy is someone to keep an eye on. My brother will need to know that we have another dangerous potential wrench in our plans. Okay. I met a merchant today in Clockbank, an honest fellow with laughing eyes named Patricio. He boasted that he'll rustle up 80 billion leaves and buy the rights to the steam engine from its current owners, Mr. Rock. Then he'll give the technology away to people. When pressed on why, he said things like this should be shared with the whole world. Patricio confuses me. If I can borrow that ruthless Rock's word, it is human's nature to take from others and give unto oneself. Despite his noble declarations, I'm sure Patricio will prove himself no different from the other slime. Greed and self-interest will win out in the end. They always do. Still, I'm vaguely curious as to how his story will play out. I'll follow Patricio, though I'll keep my expectations low. Placing your faith in others only gets you betrayed in the end. My brother made a deal with Harvey. Craft the Book of Demons, an evil tome said to be imbued with the magic of Darkest himself. Why, you ask? Well, dear diary, because we need it to restore the Dark Blood Grimoire. I feel like we should have read this before at some point. The rub here is neither my brilliant brother nor even Claude knows how to make this tome. Thus, the need for Harvey. The one thing my brother does know is that the remains of Darkest are the key component. When I shared that vital tidbit, Harvey smiled. That's all I needed. Sounds like he was already most of the way there. He's a valuable asset, so we'll do everything we can to assist him. Harvey has an unhealthy obsession with a scholar named Oswald. No, let's call it what it is, a severe inferiority complex. Harvey told me he'd gladly give up the Dawn if it meant he could best the man. We'll let Harvey read the Book of Night in order to pull him into our intrigues, but honestly, I think it wasn't necessary. That bottomless well of envy in his gut, properly manipulated, would likely had been motivation enough. Besides, I don't trust him. No normal person can fathom that twisted mind of his. Particio's gone and done it. He has gone and done it. He's humbled Rock and actually wrested the rights of the steam engine from the greedy tycoon. Still, there's nothing compared to what he did next. He actually gave it away, just as he said he would. Things like this should be shared with the whole world. He lived up to that grandiose statement and then some. The heat of his passion even melted Rock's icy heart, and I didn't think the desert sun was hot enough to do that. So taking a step back, what Particio did is impossible, unimaginable, inconceivable. I've observed countless people in my time, and to date, every one of them is motivated to varying degrees by self-interest. People are always willing to step on others to achieve their own interests. Don't call me out like that, goddammit, but Particio is truly different. Is he someone who can at last transform his dark, ugly world into something wonderful? What do you think, brother? Welcome to my humble castle. That's how he greeted me when I arrived in Lost Seed. Before he took me on a casual stroll through the rotting mausoleum of the town, I struggle not to gag on the stench of death and decay, all the while him smiling and breathing deep as if in the air of a tranquil mountain meadow. That ghastly man's name is Claude, and he is the descendant of the infamous Archimage Darkess. It is said that his notorious grandfather gave him a taste for blood of the malevolent god of darkness, Vide, friendly enough while he was still in the womb. As a result, the man is blessed with eternal youth. The blood of Darkess and Vide within his veins, Claude's fate was to become the Dark God's vessel, and yet he rejected this destiny and instead chose to pass that on to his offspring. For our part, we don't care who the vessel is, just that we need to have one. Claude, however, seems to have preferences to the matter. Preferences, fa. The man sired countless children with countless women and set his progeny at each other's throat. To the bloody victor goes the ultimate spoils. I shivered as he looked me up and down, his eyes seeming to pierce my very soul. It was as if he was seeking to plant a murderous seed inside me too. Oh, I hope you had a ways to defend yourself. When he handed me the dark blood staff, he told me that the woman who stole it from him has a lot of potential. His words, my purpose in Lost Seed fulfilled. I hurried out of here. I can't wait to hand the staff over to our Canet and let her handle the cathedral's sacred flame. Dear Diary, today I met with Pet Rico, the woman known as the Dark Hunter. Okay. I introduced the press for Hari several years ago at Arcanet's request. She was very talkative today. She had this to say: I met Arcanet when I was young, and it was then that I swore myself to her service. Ever since then, I have hunted for her and her alone, even slaying the legendary monster known as the Guardian of the First Flame at her behest. Sometimes I hunted people too, like the time I came to possess the Darkblood bow. Once again, my lady has use of me, and so I shall gladly obey. And not long, and when she was finished, she showed me the monster, this beast, which she had captured in Totoharo. Looked out at me with eyes filled with loathing for all that walked the earth. I asked her what it was, and she told me the results of a year of brutal conditioning and a healthy dose of Harvey's science for good measure. The result, an abomination crafted through repeated and horrific experimentation. I nodded again. A soul this steeped in despair would surely prove to be a great source of power. It seems to be leaving the flame of Totoharo in her care could prove no issue. Let the mirror shrine and kindle the... Okay, thank you. I can't believe it. How did Parshitu turn the economic desert of a town into a hopping commercial hub? This business idea of his was inspired. I must admit that watching L. Ron Hubbard's department store come to life woke something warm inside of me. Told Parshitu the world filled with people groaning under the weight of those 1,000 problems. It's a fresh ideas like that that bring a ray of joy into troubled lives. For once, I really truly meant what I said. I should never have poured my heart out in public like that. So my declaration was proof that he's cracked my emotional defenses and convinced me to gasp believe in him. In my defense, he really is something else. Before I knew it, I was promising to help. Truth is, I'm excited to see what magic he'll pull out of his Portitio hat next. Guess what, dear diary? This is the first time I ever helped someone for something that wasn't directly related to my mission. Let me stop for a moment and also appreciate the fact that he convinced the Elrond to invest 80 billion leaves in him. 80 billion! The question is, will Partitio prove to be a man of integrity? Will he really use those leaves to help the world? Or and not just line his own pockets? Just a little bit longer. Only a bit, mind. I find myself needing to see what he does next. Okay. So we need to find Ori and literally turn her into a blind forest and then a scorched forest.
Hunt or be hunted.
And I have a feeling I know who her brother is.
Now it begins.
Is that it here? Where else on the map is covered in shadows? Also level 52. Or 51, right? Covered in shadows. Tranquil Garden. Okay. And Tomb of the Wander Beasts. Warden Beast, whatever. And the Flame Church, clearly. Well, I won't lie. I kind of thought we just had to go to the Flame Church. But it looks like we need to go down to the Tranquil Garden and then Todoharu, and then the Flame Church. Yeah. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate that I'm going to have to torture Ori to death. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.